Revolution by Sato. You speak of panic, of crisis, yet I look around me and the air is warm and the sun shines, and my skin radiates the pleasure of the touch of its face, while you scream and dance and wave signs, and I am confused. Is what we experience beautiful or not? Where is the fire? Why are we all running toward a cliff ready to jump off into the abyss, as if we are being chased when there is nothing there except yesterday, pushing us faster and faster toward tomorrow, when we fly into space and crash on the rocks below, without even the comfort of deep water to break our fall? You speak of the war of youth, the end of the line to turn around our future, before it is a burned-out husk of the past, where we simply do not exist. Yet I feel today as I did yesterday, and breathe as I did last year, and taste the freshness in the trees that I cannot imagine ever losing. But you are right. You just forgot to stop screaming, and I forgot how to listen with all this noise and movement, and blame, and accusation, and calls for revolution. Of course I desire revolution, want change, embrace a future that is better than now and brought into being to make us smile. I believe in youth, in passion, in direction, in planning for how we can see through the smoke of consumed trees and the fog of politics, burning with petroleum wealth. But my ears are clogged with the sound of battle, and I have forgotten how to act with thought and caring and love and insight and wisdom, because none of those things has been spoken in my ears or tasted by my lips, or felt against my skin for so very long. I believe they were only hallucinations as I gasped the air of the disappearing forest where once I was a child. Stop, or we can't follow you and do the same. Mother Earth no longer gives birth to beautiful tomorrows, because we have lit her on fire, soaked her in gasoline and struck the match of indifference, as we turn our backs and hold our phones even closer to our faces, while we sing traditional hymns to fiscal responsibility and privatized energy futures. No oceans of plastic can put out the blaze we have brought on ourselves, but it is not our mother who will die, but our children, burned into submission and charred beyond recognition before they are even born. We have little hope of destroying the planet. This hunk of rock will outlive us all, yet we are hell-bent and heavy-footed in our blindfolded race to self-destruction, as Earth laughs to herself and cries silent tears, knowing she will not be beaten, and it is we who are digging our graves among her footpaths, and lighting the kindling of our own crematoria, and jumping in with both feet and a squeal of joy, dragging our beloveds with us. We throw blame into the wind and catch its echoes as voices of another screaming insults mindlessly into the darkness of winters no longer nuclear, but just as fraught with charcoal and ash. Yet in the game of finger-pointing we forget it makes no difference whose fuel was poured over our heads, or who bought the match to strike against our fiery bodies, but where we find the water pure enough to soak our flame-ridden selves before there is nothing left. Denial is all well and good until the problem is too large to miss, a billboard not in the countryside but glowing above Times Square and floating over the gate of heavenly peace, a warning echoing from the lips of the unknown Lord riding in the clouds as if to say, "You fools, why do you argue who lit the match, when you all live together and nobody is confused that your home is on fire? Run for the hose together or you will all die in your panicked bickering." We pretend we don't notice, but we see the smoke, and know the fire is not in some distant forest, but here within our sight, warm not to the touch, but melting to the breaths we try to take, but cough back out with the smoke of melted ages and carbon-saturated speed. Not all positions are created equal, and respect is due to those who stop fanning the flames, and pour water on the waves of our destruction, rather than oil on the unsettled volcano of our future. You are not lost. The answers are not distant, nor are they complex. You know what you are doing, to light new fires every day, yet you feel you have the right to continue because it is what you did yesterday and still survived into today. Put down your delusions, and I will put mine aside too. Look to life with honor and bow to the beautiful abundance that surrounds you, and perhaps you will shake off tomorrow's regret before it consumes your soul. In equality, we are not simply human, but embrace the tree and hug the tiger. Continue this way and you will drive back the immigrants into the flames, as you seem to desire to do. Yet you'll be leading them there with your own body as kindling for their destruction. It is not too late, but screaming perhaps will make it so. There is no war, but we fight endless skirmishes, and pretend they are a battle for Mother Earth, while she watches us burn ourselves at her feet on pyres of our own creation, not bound to them by ropes, but by our own desire not to change today and put off to tomorrow what cannot wait. Declare a truce and be silent. Put down your placards and pick up your words of compassion. Where hearts and minds have faltered, let us speak quiet songs and sing melodies of oneness before our voices are silenced by democratic choice. Tomorrow is ours. Are we prepared to sell it as fuel?